In this exercise tutorial video, I'm going to teach you exactly how to do a barbell sumo deadlift. And I will roll some B-roll footage of me doing sumo deadlifts while I talk you through the form and technique pointers of how to do the exercise. So obviously to do this exercise, you're going to need a barbell and weight that allows you to pull that barbell up off the floor. Now, a sumo deadlift is a bit different than a conventional deadlift, primarily because of the stance that you'll be getting in. If you're familiar with a conventional barbell deadlift, your feet are generally shoulder width apart, your toes are pointed forward, and you're gripping the bar with a grip that is outside of your legs. With a sumo deadlift, you're going to be widening your stance to have your toes pointed outward and your knees pointed outward, and you're going to get down into a position where your knees are directly above your ankles in a wider stance, and then you're going to reach down and grab the barbell with your hands inside of your legs as opposed to that outside grip that you would have with a conventional deadlift. And as you reach down to pick up the barbell and grab onto the barbell, you're going to think about sitting your hips back, and you'll have your torso in a more upright position. One of the reasons I like sumo deadlifts is because it's a bit easier on the back and the posterior chain as compared to a conventional deadlift. A conventional deadlift is going to have you a bit more bent over, which involves a bit more back to pull the barbell up. Whereas with a sumo deadlift, since you're able to widen that stance and really sit down into the exercise, your chest and your torso are going to be a bit more upright. So that's how you kind of get set up in terms of where your foot placement goes and how far wide you point your toes and all that stuff. It's going to take a little bit of trial and error for you to practice the movement and figure those details out. So what I would encourage you to do is to work out those details by doing reps with very light weight first, and then once you find a nice position to do the exercise, then you can from there start to scale the weight up and try to get stronger at it. But don't do that until you find a position that's really comfortable for you. For example, for me, it took me a while to figure out that my toes need to be pointed out really, really wide for my knees to feel good during the exercise. Some people are different. So it's just going to take a little bit of tweaking for you to get used to the exercise. But then once you do, a lot of the form and technique pointers are similar to a conventional deadlift, where you're going to want to pull the slack out of the bar, tuck your lats, think about taking a deep breath in, bracing your core, and then think about exploding through the floor, actually pushing your feet through the floor to lift the barbell up. You want to lock out at the top by thrusting your hips forward, squeezing your glutes at the top, and then lower that bar back down to the ground until you can perform another rep. I hope you found this exercise tutorial video helpful. If you did, make sure that you follow along for more strength training tips just like this.